Another launch scrub. Why SpaceX's Nusantara Lima mission keeps the space world on edge. Imagine the excitement and then the collective letdown as SpaceX's highly anticipated Nusantara Lima launch faced yet another scrub, marking two back-to-back nights of disappointment for those eagerly tracking the mission from Florida's Cape Canaveral. Why does this keep happening? Let's dive in for the full picture, and here's where it might surprise you. Uncover some reasons why these repeated delays are a bigger deal than most people realize. Live recap. Tuesday, September 9th ended with SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket grounded once more as unfavorable weather forced a last-minute halt to the Nusantara Lima satellite launch. For followers who have been with the story, this was déjà vu after Monday's weather-related postponement, raising questions about launch predictability and the risks of Florida's ever-chaotic climate. Original launch plan versus reality. Initially, SpaceX aimed to launch much earlier in the evening, but stormy conditions pushed the schedule back again and again. Ultimately, the target was shifted to 9:37 p.m., a significant delay from the original slot. This launch matters. The Falcon 9 is supposed to deliver a vital Indonesian communications satellite into a geosynchronous transfer orbit, extending connectivity services across the region. But here's where the controversy starts. As night fell, hope waned. The weather forecast from the 45th Weather Squadron reflected near impossible odds. A mere 15% chance of conditions safe for launch at the window's opening, ticking up to just 30% towards its close. Threats included billowing cumulus clouds, thunderous anvil formations, and intense electric fields at ground level. Even so, no sonic booms were expected for Brevard County residents this time, thanks to the rocket's eastward trajectory and a plan for the booster to splash down on a drone ship at sea approximately 8.5 minutes after takeoff. Third time lucky? After back-to-back scrubs, SpaceX set its sights on Wednesday night for a possible launch, opening the next window at 8 p.m. Even then, the forecast remained gloomy. Just a 30% likelihood of favorable weather at the start, rising slightly to 45% by the window's end. For those keeping score, patience seems to be a necessity. Second-by-second drama. Tension mounted as the Falcon 9 countdown clock ticked away. At just 29 seconds remaining, the launch was abruptly scrubbed, again, due to a violation of critical weather rules. To many, it felt like the universe was conspiring against the mission. A closer look. For newer space fans, you might wonder about launch procedures. The countdown is a precise ballet. T-minus 7 minutes. Rocket engines begin chilling for ignition. T-minus 1 minute. Computers kick off final checks and pressurize fuel tanks. T-minus 45 seconds. The director gives the official go-ahead. T-minus 3 seconds. The engine ignition sequence is triggered. T-minus 0. Liftoff. Unless, of course, weather has the final say. Keeping hopes alive, the SpaceX webcast signaled optimism. With fueling underway and the countdown locked for a 9:37 p.m. launch, social media updates suggested a 40% chance of suitable weather, as radar images showed improving conditions along a corridor stretching from Cape Canaveral to Orlando, even though rough storms persisted up north near Daytona Beach. Behind the scenes, meanwhile, Boeing released stunning images of the Nusantara Lima satellite taken at their El Segundo, California facility. A reminder of the immense engineering on the line. The Falcon 9 booster primed for this flight marked its 23rd voyage, a testament to SpaceX's push for rocket reusability. This same booster previously supported high-profile missions, including Crew 6 and various Starlink deployments. Delays and adjustments. Throughout the evening, the target liftoff was repeatedly delayed, first to 8:47 p.m., then to 9:17, and finally to 9:37. SpaceX showcased the unpredictability of Florida skies and their own determination to capitalize on every possible launch window. Weather warfare. Multiple lightning warnings swept through the region, at times halting all sensitive operations on base. Phase 2 warnings, meaning lightning was imminent or occurring within 5 miles, mandated a standstill. Even as storms eased slightly, Phase 1 warnings persisted, with meteorologists keeping a vigilant eye and issuing advisories down to the hour. Preparation on all fronts. Local authorities weren't idle either. Brevard County Emergency Management activated special launch support teams, while the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex started prepping for the next NASA mission scheduled that Sunday. Record-breaking pace. If or when it finally launches, Nusantara Lima will count as the 77th orbital rocket launch from the Space Coast in 2025, underscoring Florida's role as a global spaceflight hub. Is this relentless pace sustainable? Especially with weather as the perpetual wild card, here's a question for the space community. Do repeated scrubs make you lose faith in launch reliability? Or are they just the price we pay for venturing into orbit from an unpredictable launch site? Some argue these setbacks are expected, even necessary for safety. Others say they show the limits of our current launch infrastructure. Where do you stand? Share your thoughts below, and don't hold back if you disagree. In the end, the Nusantara Lima saga offers a masterclass in patience, perseverance, and the humbling power of nature over technology. Stay tuned for further updates as SpaceX and the world hold their collective breath for the next attempt.